We gave out 2 jackpots yesterday, meaning we've given out 28 jackpots during the last 7 days and 195 jackpots during this season 13, heading on the road to 200 jackpots for season 13. Hopefully we can get there by the end of this Friday. But on our jackpots yesterday, the first one that went out to Rob over at American Legion Zimmerman, taking home $651. Great job to Rob. Also taking home a nice jackpot on that Thursday was TC Bear over at Orr House, taking home $5,417, taking home the largest jackpot of that Thursday. Good job, TC Bear, as well as a good job to Rob, taking home a nice jackpot prize. We're hoping to give out maybe some jackpots like that as well, as we got a $1,000 major and a $10,000 mega. The $10,000 mega at 45 balls or less does seem like a tough win, but we have seen it go out at 45 balls or less, so maybe we can get a lucky player today to do just that. That won't be happening in this game, though, as we've moved past every single one of our prizes to a $18.90 must-go. A bunch of players 3 balls away. But while you guys are finishing up the last few balls to drop in this game, I have a new e-tab that was just released yesterday to your guys' iPads, and that was the re-release of a new and improved version of the Pilot Games' original favorite, Finnegan's Gold. Before I talk more about Finnegan's Gold, though, we have a winner here, as we have congratulations splitting up, well, congratulations to our winner, as we got Guy and Didi, as well as MDNM, Guy and Didi over at the Boulder Tap House, and MDNM over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Grill in Rosemont. Good job to all of our both of our winners in this game. We are now going to be getting rolled into a game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled. And I'm loving that we finally switched over the prize announcer from that classic purple that we'd had on the original Vikings theme Game Day Bingo. Now that we're on that wild theme Game Day Bingo, it shows up as a green, which is really, really cool. But speaking of green, Finnegan's Gold has a lot of green in it, as it is a very much leprechaun, go get that pot of gold type game. It has 4 different bonus rounds that you can win great prizes in. You have an instant win, a wheel, a balloon bonus, and some free play rounds you can play as well. In those free play rounds, if you unlock more grids of symbols, you could take home even more wins. So it's really, really fun. Check out the new and improved version of Finnegan's Gold. It's definitely a great game to check out, as it's great that we finally got it back on your guys' iPads. If you guys want to see a preview of that game, a little bit more info about it, you can head on over to our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games in that search bar and click on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click that link at the top of our Facebook page, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, direct links to our socials like Twitter and Instagram, as well as more there as well. So definitely check out all the options that our Facebook page has to offer, as it can keep you up to date with all things Pilot Games. We do just have 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game of Game Day Bingo. 54 balls or less for that minor prize that is already over $100. We'll be playing this Game Day Bingo all the way till 1 p.m. and that's when I stop my live broadcast with you guys, and you guys continue on with some unhosted live bingo at 1 p.m. You'll get your first opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. There's $85,000 available in that game, and should be only getting bigger as more people get enrolled. Should be some really fun stuff to start off that unhosted bingo, and then you'll head into a more unhosted Game Day Bingo, as that's going to be running from 1 all the way till 4. You'll have more opportunities at that mega, major, and minor prize, whatever we leave these prizes off at when we head on out after that final opportunity at 1 p.m. But after that, you get into some great happy hour bingo action. The first game of happy hour starts off with a Lucky 4 bingo game at 4 p.m. You'll have an opportunity at that $85,000 prize if it didn't go out at 1 p.m. Then you'll get into Skull Bingo during that happy hour from 4 all the way till 6. This is probably some of our best bingo available throughout today, running from 4 to 6, as Skull Bingo has a line prize of $642, a large frame of $20,285 you could take home in 43 balls or less, and a coverall prize of $54,080 you could take home in 50 balls or less. Should be some great stuff, as all three of those jackpots would get you on our jackpot list, as well as we give out that line prize multiple times during that 4 to 6 time. We then will end off that happy hour with one final game of Lucky 4 Bingo, your final opportunity of the day at Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m., and maybe your final opportunity at $85,000 if it doesn't go out in the 1 p.m. opportunity or the 4 p.m. opportunity. And then finishing off your night, you'll play some Game Day Bingo running from 6 all the way till 10, and you'll get more opportunities at that Mega, Major, and Minor prize, whatever they left off after that final game at 4 p.m. of Game Day Bingo. Should be some great stuff, but we do like to interrupt that Game Day Bingo from 6 to 10 every once in a while with some of the best gaming nights of the entire week. The first one next week is going to be MegaSota Game Night. It starts at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki are going to be there trying to give out a bunch of great prizes, as well as their grand finale jackpot, which is in a game of Jackpot Jungle, where you could take home $10,980 if you can win it in 54 balls or less. But not only can you get after in that MegaSota game night for PGL action, you can also come out for a Wild Wednesday. That happens at 7 o'clock every single Wednesday. I'm always here with another great co-host, and we always try and give out a bunch of great PGL points and prizes. Probably my favorite game in Wild Wednesday is usually the game we start off with right at 7 p.m., and that is the high-low game of those, as the best player in the state takes home a first-place prize, and the worst player in the state takes home a first-place prize. But taking home the must-go prize in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo, we have Player over at Bierstube Oakdale taking home $23. Good job, Player, in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 3 with that minor prize clicking up once again from 54 to 56 balls or less. Make sure you guys are continuing to get enrolled and press play. Should be some great stuff as you get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds. But we do have a lot of great live bingo happening throughout today, and I'm super excited to see what those PGL nights entail, as well as just all the great live bingo that's going to be running from 12 all the way till 10 p.m. tonight. You guys just have 2 minutes to get enrolled in this upcoming game. As you guys are getting enrolled to this game, we have some great specialty night action that we can go over. Not specialty night action, actually National Day action we can go over, as the first National Day on today is National Cabbage Day. National Cabbage Day on February 17th recognizes a delightful garden staple that provides some of the best recipes for the Celt holidays coming up next month. It is an excellent day to test your corned beef and cabbage skills alongside other delicious seasonal dishes. Yes, cabbage, super healthy for you and has a lot of great dishes that work very well with it. But we can find out some more things about cabbage on this great broadcast. Okay, we got some fun facts about cabbage, is that they're actually an ancient root. Cabbage have been cultivated for longer than most other vegetables on record. To be precise, more than 6,000 years. It originates in China sometime around 4000 BC. It is also the elixir for baldness. In ancient China, scrolls touted a cabbage as a magical cure-all for bald men. It's hard to say if there's any truth in this claim, but no one can deny cabbage is chock full of nutrients and prominent good health. Vitamin C galore. Cabbage contains high concentration of vitamin C, which is a huge benefit to your health. Is a beauty promoter, as it can help with healthier hair, skin, and nails, and has the benefit of eating any of those leafy veggies on a regular basis. Really cool stuff there, as it's just jam-packed with those nutrients. It's also a cancer deterrent. Eating veggies like cabbage has been significantly proven to lower your risk of developing cancer. That's awesome. It's smart snacking as well, as it's 33 calories per cup. You'll never have to feel guilty for chowing down on cooked cabbage. Plus, it's high in fiber and low in fat, a winning combination for anybody who's trying to be on a diet. That is really cool stuff. Really, really smart snacking, but it doesn't really feel that much like snacking, as I don't know anybody who would prefer to snack on cabbage. But, I mean, hey, if you're trying to lose some weight, it's definitely a great option for you. It also can help with headache relief. Rid yourself of terrible migraines by drinking raw cabbage juice daily or placing a warm compress filled with crushed cabbage on your forehead. Might sound crazy, but many headaches sufferers swear by this technique. That's really, really interesting. I might have to try that out if I'm ever dealing with a headache. Try some cabbage juice. And the last one up on this list is that it's a natural tie-dye. Red cabbage makes an excellent all-natural dye in food or on fabric. Try dyeing your Easter eggs baby blue this year with a simple red cabbage dye made with you just have to make them with a specific instructions to be able to make that kind of dye. That's really, really cool stuff. I didn't realize all the different things that cabbage brings to the table as a food. We do have 45 balls dropped in this game, creeping closer to that major prize at 48 balls or less. It doesn't look like we'll be giving out that major. We still have a shot at that minor prize at 56 balls or less, as people are already 4 balls away, but they'll have to keep on creeping closer, and Sam does just that, now being 2 balls away over at VFW Hutchinson. We'll see who ends up taking this home. 2 more balls to try and give out this minor jackpot, as it doesn't look like it's going out, and we'll be moving on to a must-go prize of $24.60, meaning that minor prize will be growing and rolling into our next game, clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. But our winner in this one is Lena over at Rev's Lakeside Tavern, taking home $24 on that must-go prize. Good job, Lena, in this game of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into a game number 2 of Game Day. I mean, not game number 2. We're getting enrolled into a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled. That minor prize clicking up to 58 balls or less. But to continue on with our National Day list, this one's a great one as well, as it's National No One Eats Alone Day. On an early Friday in February, lunchrooms across America have accepted the mission started by National No One Eats Alone Day. Yeah, I think this is an awesome one. I know as being a new kid in a lot of different schools, it is sometimes tough to find friends and be able to, find a table to sit at lunch and be able to, have a nice conversation, especially because, when you're a middle school kid, nobody knows you. They don't want to, invite the new kid that, maybe they don't like to their table. But today kind of, encourages you to maybe someone who regularly sits alone to go out of your way to include them in your group of eating. And this can work in multiple different scenarios, as I know a lot of workplaces share lunchrooms, and you can then maybe invite someone that you wouldn't normally talk to from your work to sit down and have lunch with you while you're eating, and maybe get to know them a little bit more. And I think sharing a meal with someone is some of the best bonding time that you can have. And so definitely enjoy National No One Eats Alone Day, as it's a huge call for action for schools to push for people to not let anyone sit alone and get everyone into the little friend groups so that they can, experience that great social interaction. But also just encourage all of us to maybe be a little bit more receptive to sitting with someone we may not know at the moment, and could cause for a great friendship to arrive. We do have just 45 seconds to get enrolled into this next game. 58 balls or less for that minor prize, sitting at $174. Only getting larger as more people get enrolled. We also got that major prize of $1,000 you could take home in 48 balls or less, and a mega prize of $10,000 you could take home in 45 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting after it. But happy National No One Eats Alone Day. Think it's a great day on today. This is another great national day as it's National Caregivers Day. National Caregivers Day on the third Friday in February honors the healthcare professionals across the country providing long-term and hospice care. Yeah, it's one of the tougher jobs out there, and I mentally I feel it just has to be a little draining, but these people, they have a passion for caring for people, and it pushes them past that exhaustion of, having to see so much hardship while taking care of people. And it's great that people have enough room in their hearts to be able to go out there and live their lives doing careers such as caregivers and hospice workers do. And so it's just an awesome national day to the people who really put passion into their career and do it at some of the most giving level, being a caregiver in the medical field. So happy National Caregivers Day, as we already have 21 balls dropped in this game number 4. We'll see if we can give out a nice prize in this game number 4, as we got players 10 balls away already, like Showtime over at Pizza Man Farmington. We'll see if they can take it home. But as you guys are working on this game number 4, I got some more national days I can get into. The final national day of today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day. Each year on February 17th, National Random Acts of Kindness Day grows in popularity. It is a celebration by individuals, groups, and organizations nationwide to encourage acts of kindness. I feel like this week has been a very kind week, as it's been just a call to kindness. It feels like every single day in different aspects of the word. Even we talked about, earlier in the National Day, No One Eats Alone Day. That is a random act of kindness that takes no money out of your pocket, and you can really make someone's day by maybe not letting them eat alone, and maybe even gaining a new friend in the process. But there's so many other ways to do random acts of kindness, whether it's paying for the person in front of you with the drive-through line, holding the door for someone while you're walking into the gas station, or you're just, helping someone pick up something they dropped. There's lots of ways to be able to celebrate this National Day. It's all about looking for those opportunities to be able to do kindness throughout that day, and you can definitely find many opportunities for you to be a part of the kindness spread on National Random Acts of Kindness Day. We do have 62 balls dropped on this one, meaning we have clicked past that, clicked past all of our jackpots, and we have a winner here as we got BZ over at Neighbors Eatery and Saloon, taking home $28 on that must-go prize. Good job, BZ, in this game number 4. We are now going to get enrolled into a game number 5 with that minor prize. Clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less, we could see a high likelihood that this prize ends up going out in this game. So get enrolled, press play. I want to see that minor prize hit someone's pocket. $206 already available there. But while you guys are getting after it, we do have some Minnesota Twins news, and we're checking in with the Twins' biggest position battle in training camp. Heading into training camp, it appears that 4 of the Twins' bench spots are locked up, with players who will rotate in and out of the lineup. Michael A. Taylor, who was acquired from the Royals, will help with the outfield platoon. Ryan Jeffers and Nick Gordon were on Minnesota's bench last season. Kyle Farmer is slated to help all over, perhaps at first base, if things don't go well for Alex Kirilloff and his health. Although the early indications are that things are on track. Assuming the Twins carry 5 starters and 8 relievers into opening day, that likely leaves one bench spot that is one bench spot that as many as 3 players are going to be battling for in Fort Myers. Galberto Celestion and Kyle Garlick appear to be on the roster bubble, but could play their way into one of the bench spots. Trevor Larnach seems likely to get a spot on the opening day roster as well, which could edge out Celestiano, since Minnesota would have a wealth of outfielders. Definitely some interesting stuff there. I can't wait to see what we end up doing with this bench, as we have a very deep team right now that has much talent all across the board. And I think however we shake up this lineup, I feel like if the Twins do it right, it could definitely boost the play by this team. We do just have 25 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game. $229 available on the minor. You could take home in 60 balls or less. Definitely some great stuff as you guys are getting after. But if you guys want to get after a great E-Tab game, you guys can play the E-Tab game we themed after our Minnesota Twins called Twins Win. It's a great E-Tab. It was sitting right behind me this entire time, and you guys can definitely check it out as you guys could take home some nice prizes in even the bonus round of that game, as it is a home run derby bonus where if you pick out the right batter, you'll be taking home some Grand Slam prizes. Awesome stuff here. But while balls are dropping in this game number 5 in Game Day Bingo, I might as well get into the Game Day Bingo standings, where each and every one of you guys are playing, earning points for when you take home a minor, major, mega, or even a must-go. In 10th place, getting bumped back from 9th just yesterday, we got Bug over at the Toy Box Saloon with 22,000 points. With 23,000 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 7th, we got 1308 over at the Red Fox Tavern. In 8th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 24,000 points. One of the big risers in these standings, though, moving from unranked into 6th place, we got Rich over at Shady's Railside, tying it up with the former 7th place player, now in 6th in that tie, Mike over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill, New Brighton. They both have 25,000 points. With 27,000 points, we actually have another two-way tie between former 5th place player Spike over at Maynards of Excelsior and Bucko over at the Green Lantern. They both sit there in 4th place. 3rd place is Bull over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 43,000 points. Starting off the 50,000 point club, in 2nd place, we have Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery with exactly 50,000 points. With 56,000 points in 1st place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue. Bobo leading the charge in these Game Day Bingo games. Awesome stuff for all of our players. Now, I'll be moving on to the location side of these standings, but before I do so, we'll have to see if we give out a nice prize here. We'll see who takes it home, as we got players already 2 balls away. Now 1 ball away for MDNM and player. And that means that jackpot will not be going out in this game. It's clicking past it to a $43 must-go, meaning that we're going to have some very exciting stuff in a game number 6. But taking home the must-go prize of $43, we got our winner, Bull, as well as BZ, player, Bowl over at Corner Bar Goodhue, BZ over at Neighbors Eatery and Saloon, and Player over at Pizza Man Farmington. Good job to all of our winners in that game of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 6 with that minor prize clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. While you guys are getting enrolled in this game, I'm going to get into the locations that have been killing it in Game Day Bingo. In 10th place, moving from unranked to this spot, we got Flamers with 43,000 points. With 44,000 points in 9th place, we got Lincoln Depot. 8th place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 47,000 points. Getting bumped back from 5th into 7th, we got Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery with 50,000 points. Moving up, though, from 7th into 6th, we have Outtakes with 51,000 points. With 56,000 points falling from 4th into 5th, we have the Chart House. Moving up from 6th all the way to 4th place, a huge point add as well with 60,000 points, it is Sherwood Lounge. They only got into the 50,000 point club by doing that, but passed up Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery, Outtakes, and Chart House all along the way. 3rd place was Shady's Railside with 67,000 points. With 104,000 points in 2nd place, we have Corner Bar Goodhue. And in 1st place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 113,000 points. Definitely awesome stuff in this Game Day Bingo, and we love giving out great prizes in this Game Day Bingo. Some of those great prizes include that minor jackpot. That minor jackpot does have a bit of confusion around it, as every game that minor prize clicks up 2 balls unless one of 2 things happens in that game, or both happens. The minor jackpot either goes out and it reverts back to 52 balls or less, or the minor jackpot rolls over to the next day. If it, in both scenarios, the ball count reverts back to 52 balls or less, it's really fun stuff. It means for some big jackpots in the morning, like that $314 prize available today at 62 balls or less, now in this game number 6. But it just has really fun stuff, and so that's how that minor jackpot works, as it reverts back to 52 balls or less if the minor jackpot goes out, or if the minor jackpot goes on to the next day, meaning for some fun stuff. But if you guys aren't having fun playing this game day bingo and you want to check out some of our non-live bingo, check out some of our e-tabs. We have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You'll definitely want to check them out. Right now we're listening to a little winner poker run, one of our newer e-tab games that we can release that you can hop on your snowmobiles, ride on over to different bars, collect up cards for that poker bonus. If you collect up the right cards, you'll be taking home some great prizes. But yeah, it's super fun. We also have that new e-tab game that I already highlighted, Finnegan's Gold. Great new one that just got released this past Thursday. Just really, really fun stuff here. We do have 15 balls dropped in this game, $314 available on that minor prize. We'll see if we can give it out in this game. If we don't, we do have a $69.50 Musco we'll be working on. But, you know, no matter what, we'll be having some good stuff in this game number 6. While you guys are getting after in this game number 6, I have a little music history I can hop into. And in 1984, the musical drama Footloose opens in theaters with a soundtrack featuring Kenny Loggins, Denise Williams, and Sammy Hagar. 2 songs from the movie Footloose and Let's Hear It for the Boy go to #1 in America. Yeah, I know Footloose is iconic for the music within it, and so popular that they even made a remake not too long after the original, which was really, really impressive stuff. Kevin Bacon starring as the main character. You had Lori Singer as Ariel Moore, and just a really good cast of actors and actresses in that original Footloose. But yeah, the soundtrack was very iconic, as you had Footloose, Let's Hear It for the Boy, Almost Paradise, Holding Out for a Hero, Dancing in the Streets, I'm Free, Somebody's Eye, The Girl, just lots of other big hits. Definitely a great soundtrack to a really fun movie, Footloose. We do have 56 balls dropped on this one, and we have our winner taking home $314 on that minor jackpot. We have Patty over at VFW Brooklyn Park. Good job, Patty, in this game number 6 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 7 with that Major and Mega still ready for you guys to be able to take home, and that minor prize reverting back to 52 balls or less. That must-go prize, though, of $69.50 is only growing and rolling into this game, and we should have a pretty decent must-go in this upcoming game, as you guys only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get enrolled. But next up on our Music Day in History, in 1976, the Eagles released their greatest hits of 1971 through 1975, a collection of 10 songs from their first 4 albums. For a while, it is certified as the top-selling album in U.S. history. That's really, really cool stuff. I mean, for the greatest hits of the Eagles to do that just makes sense, as they are so popular. But I would love to know what is the top-selling album of all time? And it looks like that is still the most sold album of all time, still to this day. Followed by Michael Jackson's Thriller, and then another Eagles album, Hotel California. Crazy stuff there. Eagles being the top 2 selling albums ever. I did not realize how much commercial success the Eagles did have in their dominance. We do have 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 7. Like I said, we have a double must-go available in this game. We already had $69 available on that original must-go, and that means that it is only getting larger as you guys are getting enrolled for this one. But if you guys like to get enrolled for some PGL specialty night action, like on MegaSota game night at 6:40 every Tuesday, or a Wild Wednesday at 7 o'clock every Wednesday, you got to sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. You can then earn points to get into our PGL top 10s and also get access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. You can use that sign in to log into the Player Connect app, as well as we like to highlight the players who just recently get signed up at pgl.world. Those new members are Turbo Van, Strucker, Pap Hawk, The Pup, Frankie, LLT17, Pink Girl, T-Money, Genie28, Louie, Grammy, Irish Luck, Roxy Ninja, Gio Carjo, and Rod Jen. Good job to all those players getting signed up at PGL.world. Hopefully we can see you guys make an appearance on our PGL top 10s. While you guys have balls dropping in this game number 7 of Game Day Bingo, I'm going to be getting into these PGL top 10s. And on the player side, in 10th place, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 364,000 points. With 377,000 points in 9th place, we got OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar. 8th place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 378,000 points. With 395,000 points in 7th place, it's Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 6th place is Big Dog over at Falls Bar with 396,000 points. In 5th place, it is Devoided over at the Roadside with 429,000 points. With 512,000 points in 4th place, we got Panda over at the Roadside. 3rd place is Day's Dream over at Monty's Sports Bar with 526,000 points. With 531,000 points in 2nd place, we got Sherbert over at Broadway Pizza, Brooklyn Park. And the number 1 player, the favorite to get their name engraved on the Pilot Cup, it is Jake over at Eagles Albert Lay with 666,840 points. Good job to Jake leading the charge in those PGL standings. Now on to the location side of the PGL standings. In 10th place, we got Leo's Bar Newmarket with 1,241,000 points. With 1,360,000 points in 9th place, we got the Stanchion Bar in Hamel. 8th place is Eagles Austin with 1,406,000 points. And with 1,407,000 points, only 1,000 points ahead of Eagles Austin, in 7th place, it's Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa. In 6th place, it is Cabin Bar Nicolette with 1,438,000 points. We get a bit of a jump up as we move from 6th to 5th place, as 5th place is American Legion Cleveland with 1,518,000 points. With 1,727,000 points in 4th place, we have the Alibi of Gilbert. Before I get into our top 3 players in the PGL standings, we do have a winner here, taking home the double Musco of $110. We got Jack over at Eagles Awantana. Good job, Jack, in this game number 7 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 8. With that minor prize clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, getting even more exciting as we get enrolled. But as you guys continue to get enrolled, I got the top 3 players in the PGL standings I need to go over. 3rd place, we got Benton Station in Sauk Rapids with 1,841,000 points. With 1,981,000 points in 2nd place, we got PJ's Supper Club in Avon. And in 1st place, it is Eagles Albert Lay with 2,299,000 points. Good job, Eagles Albert Lay, in those standings, absolutely dominating and the favorite now to get their name engraved on the Pilot Cup. But we do just have 2 minutes to get enrolled into this upcoming game, a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. $82 available on the minor, $1,003 available on the major, and the mega prize, $10,000 you can take home in 45 balls or less. All should be some great stuff as you guys are getting after it. But our Wild are making a big move as of this morning. They are right now 28, 20, and 5 on a pretty bad skid right now. And we are trying to make a big shakeup, hopefully, to get us back on the winning side of things, as Minnesota Wild General Manager Bill Guerin today announced the NHL club has recalled forward Adam Beckman from Iowa. Beckman, who is 21 years old right now, has recorded 27 points, 14 penalty minutes, and 3 power play goals in just 43 games with the Iowa this season. The 6'1", 173-pound native of Saskatoon leads Iowa in shots on goal and ranks second on the team in goals and sixth in scoring. Beckman's 155 shots ranks fourth in the AHL. Getting a guy that can get that many shots on goal has to benefit this team, as we just haven't been able to get those shots on goal, and I think Beckman is an offensive powerhouse that could definitely develop, as he's still super young at 21 years old and only getting better. As he gets better, you know, starring alongside, maybe playing with Kirill Kaprizov, could really boost that offensive play for him and get him from taking a lot of shots at goal and turning that into a lot of scores on goal. Should be some great stuff. And we have a game actually happening today, as our Wild are taking on the Stars at 7 p.m. Should be some great stuff tonight, as that will be right about an hour after our happy hour bingo. And you guys can play a little bit of game day bingo while you guys are watching the Wild and Stars play, as it will be Wild theme game day bingo, which is really fun stuff. But Pilot Games did team up with the Minnesota Wild, as you can see right in the corner right here, for an ETAB game. Let's go Wild. Pilot Games is the only place where you can find a Wild-themed ETAB game, and you guys can even check out that Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself some great prizes. But if you're taking home great prizes in live bingo in those E-tabs, or you're just having a great time playing Pilot Games with your friends, we'd love to see player pictures of it. Hold up that jackpot message, put your arm around your friend, or just give us a big smile and snap that photo and share those pictures with us. You can share those by direct messaging us on Facebook, by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or just by posting them to any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games. Any of those ways, we love scooping up those Pilot TVs, and I mean not Pilot, those player pictures, and showing them off however we can, whether it's posting them on our Facebook page, showing them off on our live broadcast or on a big screen, or just you guys showing up on our little enrolling screen player pick rotation that we are always doing whenever you are getting enrolled into any of our games. We do just have 40 balls dropped in this one. Players are 4 balls away, still in line to be able to take home a nice jackpot in this game number 8. We'll see if we can see a nice jackpot go out as we move past that mega prize. Now the major prize is available. If that major prize does not go out in this game, it will be clicking up from 48 to 49 balls or less, getting pretty exciting. We also got that mini jackpot, since we have minor jackpot, since that major prize we have clicked past, and we'll see if we can give it out, as Tawley still is in line to be able to take home the minor prize. And we're clicking past that as well. Now a $29.60 Musco. Towley 1 ball away, the favorite to take home the Musco. But we'll see if the lucky ball can drop for them, or if it's going to be one of these other lucky players who just got to that 1 ball away mark. But no, it is the favorite, as Towley over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards is taking home $29 on that Musco. Good job to Towley in this game number 8. We will now be getting enrolled into a game number 9 with that minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. While you guys are getting after it, we do have a little Vikings tidbit I have to go over, as we are deep within the offseason and we are just getting ready for all the draft stuff that is just around the corner. But if you guys want to send some luck over to our Minnesota Vikings, you guys can play the great ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for. Vikings Victory. It is a great ETAB game that you guys can pick a letter in the Skull bonus round to see if you can win some big prizes. But that's not the only game that we love to involve the word Skull in, as we have Skull Bingo, which we play from 4 to 6 every single day during our happy hour. While you guys are getting after some amazing prizes from 4 to 6, you guys will also be taking home some points towards those Skull Bingo standings. Right now in 10th place, previously in 8th, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 48,000 points. With 49,000 Skull Bingo points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 7th, we have Lover over at American Legion Spicer. Moving from unranked all the way to 8th place, we have TGR over at KJ's Refuge with 50,000 points. With 54,000 points in 7th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Boots over at Trebek's Bar and Grill. Also getting bumped back from 5th into 6th, we got Brenda over at JB's Tavern with 60,000 points. Getting bumped back from 4th into 5th, we got Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 61,000 points. And with 77,000 points falling from third into fourth, we got Jelly over at American Legion Stillwater. All these locations got bumped back due to this ginormous riser who absolutely dominated last happy hour, moving from unranked all the way to third place. We have Call Me Jen over at the Full Tilt Tavern with 84,000 points. Call Me Jen took home one of those great line prize jackpots, as well as other great must-goes along with it. Call Me Jen just absolutely dominating during Thursday's happy hour. We'll see if anybody else can do the same and maybe get their own name in this Skull Bingo Top 10s. But our top two players are feeling pretty secured as they are in the 100,000 point club. Second place is Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 106,000 points. And the player who feels super secure has to be Tanya over at JR Mac. Tanya sits with 193,000 points, just has dominated this season. We haven't seen her gain a bunch of points recently, but just boosted that point lead so far ahead that no one's been able to get into competition with Tanya just yet. We do just have 3 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game. 56 balls or less in this game number 9, as we got $124 available on that minor jackpot. We'll see if we can end up giving it out here as I get into the location side of our Skull Bingo standings. And in 10th place, moving from unranked to this spot, we have Trail Stop Tavern with 91,000 points. With 92,000 points in 9th place, we have Danny's Dugout, previously in 8th. Previously unranked, now in 8th, we have Full Tilt Tavern with 103,000 points, not only coming into the top 10, but also getting into the 100,000 point club. With 119,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Dilworth. 6th place is American Legion Stillwater with 123,000 points. With 134,000 points in 5th place, we have Trebek's Bar and Grill. 4th place is the Benton Station with 140,000 points. With 167,000 points in 3rd place, we have Chart House. 2nd place, previously in first and was in 1st place for a very long time. It is now 2nd place, JR Mac with 264,000 points. Still in the race to get back into 1st place, as 1st place formerly tied with JR Mac in longtime 2nd place location. Now finally getting their shot at 1st place. It is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 266,000 points. Can't wait to see what kind of shakeups can happen today, as well as all the shakeups that are going to happen throughout this weekend in those location standings, as that top 2 locations are definitely in a tight-knit race. We do have 50 balls dropped in this game. We're clicking closer to this minor prize. John Prine is definitely in line to be able to take it home. We'll see if it works out for him, as Towley now is 1 ball away. Just needs that one lucky ball to fall. Can it happen right here? Looks like we're going to be moving past it to a $28.60 must-go prize. We'll see who ends up taking it home, as Towley looks to be the favorite in this game number 9. While you guys are finishing up this, well, before you finish up this game number 9, we got a winner, Trebek's Bar and Grill, taking home Cadillac, taking home $28 over at Trebek's Bar and Grill. Good job, Cadillac, as we are now getting enrolled into a game number 10. Only 3 more opportunities at these great game day bingo games, with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. This should be some exciting stuff. But while you guys are getting enrolled into a game number 10, I got some celebrity birthdays for you. In 1936, born on today, one of the greatest athletes of all time was born, Jim Brown, an American college and pro football Hall of Fame running back. He went to the Syracuse University and was NFL MVP in 1957, 1958, and then even won it again all the way in 1965. So, I mean, between 1958 and 1965, a huge gap there, 7-year gap between winning MVPs, was still at a dominant level even in the later stages of his career. He was NFL Rookie of the Year in 1957, the same year that he won NFL MVP for the first time. He was an 8-time first-team All-Pro and was a 9-time Pro Bowler, playing for the Cleveland Browns. One of the most dominant running backs of his time, as he was just way bigger than any other player in the NFL, as he was near the same size as defensive linemen at the time. Yes, he was 6'2", packing 230 pounds of hard muscle with his square shoulders and explosive power. He was able to dominate the NFL for many years as he led the NFL in rushing 8 times. He averaged 104 yards a game, over 100 yards a game. Absolutely insane. And this may be the craziest of them all, as he has a record 5.2 yards a rush. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe he was averaging 5 yards per carry at that time, just dominating, as running the football was kind of the only form of offense back then. And so for him to be able to do that kind of damage was incredible. Incredible. So he was dominating in the 1960s. So I'd like to know the average. The average D tackle in the 1960s. They were around 250 pounds. So at 6'2", 230 pounds, he was definitely right in the size range for the average D tackles in the 60s and 70s. We now have 300-pound plus defensive linemen. But, I mean, just crazy how large he was at the time for every other athlete. Just incredible. Happy birthday, Jim Brown. Next up, born in 1954, we got Renee Rousseau, an American model and actress, a part of Nightcrawlers, Ransom, Lethal Weapon 3 and 4. And actually what I know her most for is Yours, Mine, and Ours, as she plays the mom in that movie, getting married to Dennis Quaid, with families that were just super, super huge, and it was kind of a cheaper by the dozen type theme movie, but just a little bit different made, as they were divorced families with a bunch of kids coming together to create a really fun dynamic. One of my favorite movies as a kid, and she starred in that one. But obviously she was good in the Lethal Weapon series and in many others, like the Thomas Crown Affair, Nightcrawler, The Intern, and many, many others. Happy birthday, Renee Rousseau. We do have 40 balls dropped in this game right here, as we're working on this minor prize in this game number 10. We'll see if Amigo Temiji is going to be able to take this one home. But players are catching up. But continuing on with this celebrity birthday list, we got another celebrity birthday list, celebrity that I feel like we just cover all the different aspects, and pretty much in all 3 of these different celebrities. We got Jim Brown, the athlete. We got Renee Rousseau, the model actress. And then 1963, we got Larry the Cable Guy, American comedian, and he was very popular for his blue-collar comedy tour. I know Larry the Cable Guy was super popular for a very, very long time. He made a lot of appearances on a bunch of different shows. He voiced in Cars. He was in The Tooth Fairy 2 in 2012, and just was very, very popular for his comedy sets, and having that country comedy, I would call it, our blue-collar comedy. Awesome stuff there. Happy birthday, Larry the Cable Guy. We do have some split wins here, as we have, over at 3D Sports Bar, Player over at Beer Stube Oakdale, Star-Lord over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and Pops over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into a game number 11, meaning we only have 2 more opportunities at that minor jackpot, that minor prize. Now at 60 balls or less, should be some great stuff. $209 already built up as we get enrolled into this next game. But continuing on with iconic celebrities in this celebrity birthday list, born in 1963, too much considered the greatest basketball player of all time, it is Michael Jordan, American Basketball Hall of Fame forward and owner. He was a 5-time NBA MVP, 6-time NBA champion for the Chicago Bulls, has so many different records, has one of the greatest, most successful shoe brands of any NBA player or any athlete of all time, with Jordan shoes making him more money than he ever did throughout his NBA career. And just one of those guys that is so influential within his sport. I mean, Michael Jordan, even influential outside of his sport, as people still, like to replicate that Michael Jordan mentality in other sports too. And just an iconic sports figure, Michael Jordan. Now, the real question is, do you guys, now that LeBron James has passed up Michael Jordan as has passed up Kareem as the all-time scorer in NBA history, does that put him closer into the conversation with Michael Jordan as the best basketball player of all time? I do think it has, a little bit to do with it. But Michael Jordan, as I've come I'm a little bit more, pro Michael Jordan, as he, his 6 for 6 was very impressive, and realizing that that Michael Jordan will probably be, my version of Michael Jordan will be Tom Brady. And when I become an older adult and these quarterbacks, as stats for quarterbacks just continue to boom and get bigger and bigger, and they're going to have some quarterback that's going to put up insane stats. He's going to have maybe 4 Super Bowls instead of Tom Brady's 7, and people are going to be saying he's the greatest of all time instead of Tom Brady, and I'm gonna argue it, because I'm gonna be like, no, you don't realize what Tom Brady did during his time. And so I feel like that's the best comparison I can make with Michael Jordan, as I didn't watch him at the time, so I really can't understand just the level of impact he had on the game. And that's why, LeBron's my greatest of all time, because he's the greatest player since I've been born. But Michael Jordan, probably the greatest of, all time for everybody who's watched him throughout the years. Next up, born in 1970, we got Dominic Purcell, a English-born Australian actor who was a part of Prison Break. He also has done a lot of show acting, very much a working actor that I've seen appear in quite a few different things. I definitely liked him in Prison Break, as he plays the great side character in that. He's also in the Blade Trinity in 2004, Killer Elite. Yeah, he's just in a lot of different things, as he hasn't really gotten any huge roles just yet, but he's definitely been a contributing character in a lot of different big shows. We do have 38 balls dropped on this game. We're still working on it. As born in 1972, we got Billie Joe Armstrong, American singer and musician, part of Green Day, who did Basket Case and American Idiot. I mean, Billie Joe Armstrong, iconic, Green Day, super popular band. Happy birthday on today. We're still working on it. People definitely in line to take home a nice prize. Let's see if we click past this major prize right here. And we're moving on to that minor jackpot. We'll see who can take it home in this game number 11, or if it will be growing and rolling into a game number 12. But next up, born in 1981, we got Paris Hilton, American actress, Anne Harris from The Simple Life. Yes, she's just famous for being rich, I'm pretty sure, but huge icon in pop culture, and I know a lot of people followed her life throughout the years. So happy birthday, Paris Hilton. Next up, born in 1991, we got Bonnie Wright, an American actress who played Ginny Weasley in the Harry Potter franchise. Definitely awesome stuff there, as I love all the actors and actresses from that franchise. We do have a winner here, not taking home the minor jackpot, taking home the must-go of $56.10. It is a split win between Player over at Beer Stew Oakdale and Patty over at VFW Brooklyn Park. Good job to both of our winners in this game number 11. Now we are going to get enrolled into a game number 12 with high likelihood to see this minor prize get out to you guys, as it's clicked up to 62 balls or less, closing in on $300. Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled into this one. But probably the most successful music artist of my time was born on today in 1991, as I just know he's been the most streamed Spotify musician for, the past, I feel like, 7 years, and that is Ed Sheeran, English singer-songwriter. He did Shape of You, as well as Thinking Out Loud, and many other big hits. I don't know what he's been doing recently with those, with his music, as I haven't listened to any of his newer songs. But he definitely is consistently putting out new music and is super popular, and continues to get high recognition for his work. He began writing songs around the age of 11 in early 2011. Sharon independently released the extended play number 5 collaboration project, which got his original popularity started. Yeah, happy birthday to Ed Sheeran, a very, very well-awarded artist. Next up, we do have a little Timberwolves news as they are 31-30, and the Wizards beat the Timberwolves 114-106 on Thursday night. Edwards has 18 of his 34 points in the first quarter, which helped them surge to a 30-10 lead, but because of a little bit of a drought in scoring in the fourth and third quarter, they were able to make a comeback. Rudy Gobert did score 17 points and 9 rebounds for the Timberwolves, who were derailed by their characteristic mid-game lulls and missed an opportunity to move into a season-best 3 games above 500 mark. We're going to have to get back after it once again as we have a good opportunity to win this upcoming game as we play today against home against the Hornets at 7 p.m. Hopefully that means a nice victory for us. We do just have 20 seconds to get enrolled in this final game during this happy hour. Hopefully we can give out that $333 minor prize at 62 balls or less. But some movies that are released on today. In 1995, the Brady Bunch movie was released. Super iconic due to the Brady Bunch show being so popular. And for this 1995 movie, it turned to a great movie as well. The Brady Bunch of the popular 70s sitcoms gets thrust into the 90s. With the whole new set of problems, the family's house is in danger of being taken away by developer Larry Dittmeyer. If the ever positive brood can't come up with $20,000, parents Mike and Carol initially don't fret until Mike has difficulty getting any of his architectural designs sold. Fearing the worst, the 6 Brady kids decide to enter a talent contest and raise the money themselves. That actually seems like a really fun one, as I haven't seen the Brady Bunch movie. Well, got released on today in 1995. And today in 1994, Footloose was released. We already highlighted that one on today, as we had a great soundtrack that made it in our Music Day in history. And the final movie released on today is in 2023, actually. Released on today is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the newest installation to the Marvel franchise. And hopefully it's pretty decent, as I haven't enjoyed as much of the Marvel franchise over the last few movies, and I have high hopes for this one, but I've heard a few reviews that have not put it into as much of a positive light, and so I'm hoping that they're just wrong and it ends up being pretty good. We do have 52 balls dropped on this one. We'll see who can end up taking home this nice prize, as we got 2 balls away for a bunch of these players. 62 balls or less for the minor, and that minor prize is going out $332, going out to JTW over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Good job to JTW in this game at number 12 of Game Day Bingo. You guys will now get into a little bit of Lucky 4 Bingo, then some more Game Day Bingo action. But before you guys do that, we have a great player spotlight. And that's Brad Kahn over at Smoke Barbecue, who took home $7,782 this past weekend. Over at Smoke Barbecue, any player who's playing at Smoke Barbecue, they are supporting a great charity, the Byron Youth Football Association. They are a nonprofit corporation run entirely by parent volunteers, whose mission is to provide fun, quality, and competitive sports programs to Byron and the surrounding areas. Just awesome stuff. Enjoy a little bit of Lucky 4 Bingo, $84,000 on the line. And remember, when you guys play Pilot games, your community wins. I'll see ya.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.